my channel. So we're currently in Catton Park and I thought this would be a nice place to record a video because I have some plans with my channel and I'm not too sure if it'll work out the way I want it to, but since I have recently passed my driving test, I'm planning to go on a couple of drives all around Norfolk and sort of around the Norwich area, show you guys some really beautiful spots. I think it'll be quite vibey to just go on these drives together and we can continue talking about the subjects that we've been covering on this channel before without just continuously sitting in my bedroom, because I'm sure you guys are going to get sick of the same scenery all the time. Okay, so I've spent about 10 minutes trying to set up the camera, trying to get the angle right. I think you're slightly wonky, but hopefully it's not too noticeable. The points I'm going to be talking about in this video are going to be based on the journal entry that I made, talking a little bit about feeling behind in life. Because I'm only 22 and I think that a lot of people, especially in their early 20s, but I think it's something that no matter what age you're at, you're going to feel a little bit behind life. And I think it's because, especially with social media, everyone is sharing their lives, everyone is showing what they're up to. And naturally as humans, we compare ourselves to other people. And because we're comparing ourselves to what everyone else is getting up to, we think maybe we're not doing enough with our life. I enjoy watching videos which are about YouTubers talking a little bit about what helps them not feel behind in life. But I've always found it quite difficult listening to these YouTubers who have this incredible apartment, who are making so much money, and obviously they have to work to get to that point, and I understand that. But it's always kind of difficult to listen to just a heart-to-heart advice by someone who's in a completely different situation to you. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure that I'm in a completely different situation to everybody, because we're all on our own unique path. But that being said, I'm just a normal girl who literally records YouTube videos and has 37 subscribers. Like, nobody sees these. I do this just because I enjoy it. But I'm just a sort of average girl, and I think that talking about this isn't me giving advice. I think it's more just having a heart-to-heart conversation, because I want you guys to interact with me. Kind of tell me what helps you guys not feel behind in life, because it's something we all struggle with. So I want to hear your advice. What helps you? What do you do to kind of get yourself out of that rut when you're feeling really left behind? So when journaling all about my life and why I'm clearly not that satisfied with life, I was kind of questioning, how am I spending my time? Because if you're not feeling satisfied with your life, that's indicating that you're not spending the right amount of time on the things that you want to be spending your time on. And obviously that's an obvious point, and I just found it kind of useful giving myself the time to look at how much time I'm spending on the things that I want to. So something for me, and obviously this is such an individual thing, is my art. I love making art, and if I don't have enough time for art, or if I'm not pushing myself and not dedicating enough time to myself to make art, I ultimately feel behind in life. I see all these amazing creators creating paintings and amazing art all the time, and I feel behind in life, and I'm thinking I really need to get my life together and I need to make more art, because I'm comparing myself to other people. And by reflecting on how much time you're spending on each thing, it helps kind of put into perspective what needs changing. A lot of people don't have the freedom to change what they want to change, because that's just how life is. We live in a world where we haven't got as much freedom as we would like. That being said, we still have freedom. We still have freedom to change some things. And the background on my phone is the Serenity Prayer. I think it's a powerful quote to make you think about what can you change in your life. And it basically goes along the lines of change what you can change accept the things that you can't and have the wisdom to know what you can and can't change. I'll put the quote on the screen just so you can get it directly. But I kind of noticed that I haven't been putting enough time in making art, in making content like YouTube. It's the summer holidays for me. I have more time than I have for majority of the year right now. And I think because I have so much time, I don't push myself to do the stuff that I really want to / need to, because I have all the time in the world. I can do it whenever. And obviously I'm grateful the fact that I have that freedom because it's the summer holidays in uni. But realising I have the time to change how much art I'm making, how much content I'm making, I'm now actively trying to do this. I mean, I'm making a YouTube video now, so I'm trying to kind of push myself to make that content just so I don't feel as behind in life. And I think obviously we're always going to feel behind in life even though we aren't, but it's a case of if you can do something to help it, why not? And I always think it's useful to kind of question why you're feeling left behind in life. Obviously I kind of made a point of social media and stuff like that. I mean, we know social media causes everyone to be miserable in some aspects just because that's how social media works. But are there certain people in your life that you're comparing yourself to? Or is there certain people in your life which are encouraging you to do more and have higher expectations for you? And it's useful to kind of reflect on this. It's useful to reflect on why you're feeling so left behind in life. This is why I love journaling. I have this beautiful journal that I use. This journal is so beautiful, I just have to show you guys. The inside has these beautiful illustrations, sort of designs on each page. It's got this beautiful Celtic mandala on, and it basically represents spiritual growth, connecting with what you want in your life. And by journaling, it's helping me reflect on why I'm feeling left behind in life, why I'm comparing myself to all of these other people that I ultimately shouldn't be comparing myself to. And it's a difficult situation to know whether you're being hard on yourself and unrealistic with yourself, or whether maybe you need to put some more hard work in. And if you do, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you need to have a real heart-to-heart with yourself and realise, you know what, I'm not doing enough in my life, and if I want to be in a certain situation in a few years, I'm ultimately going to have to put more work in. And obviously no one wants to hear that from someone else, but I think a lot of the time it's our own job to do that for ourselves. It should be us that are doing the self-reflection on our lives, and sometimes we do need to put harder work in. That's just how we are. As humans we can be lazy, I definitely can be lazy, and sometimes it's useful for me to reflect on how productive am I actually being, and maybe I should be putting that hard work in. But sometimes I'm pushing myself to 110%, and I'm still feeling like I'm not doing good enough. And that's when I need to have the self-reflection of, Lucia, slow down, you're doing enough. Stop thinking that you're doing an inadequate amount of progress. What looks like success for you may be different for someone else. We're all striving for different things. And that's why I made a plan of where I'm going in life, what my plan is. Ultimately, I'm 22. I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. But it's a case of knowing what you're kind of planning to do with your life. And that's the most scary thing about life is, oh, I've got to have a plan. I've got to know what I'm doing. And it's like, ultimately you don't have to. But if you do, I find that it helps me have that sort of self-awareness when it comes to feeling left behind in life and feeling behind compared to others. For example, when I think about my career, obviously I have multiple different routes that I want to go down. A part of me is thinking going down art, and if I go down that route, I need to discipline myself with making more art, networking more. And that kind of makes me know exactly what I need to do so I don't have to feel so behind in life, because I can ultimately do them things. But I think it's a case of everybody feels behind in life for their own reasons, whether we're comparing ourselves to another person or we're comparing ourselves to everyone on social media. Honestly, the past couple of weeks I've just gone without social media. I deleted everything. I hardly messaged anyone for a good few weeks, and I loved it. It made me connect with myself to realise what I need, what I want, and who I ultimately am. It's sometimes nice to take that time out and focus on you. I don't want to make this YouTube video too long. I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit about my plans with this channel. And for everyone who has watched this video, comment what helps you with feeling left behind in life. Because we all feel left behind sometimes. We all feel like we should be doing more. This is just how we are as humans. So maybe it'll be nice to kind of share ideas and talk and create this conversation with just sort of everyday people. So comment, let me know what works for you. And for those who are already subscribed, I hope you look forward to seeing my next couple of videos. I'm not too sure where we'll be going, and it may not work as well as I want it to, but only time will tell. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.